Well, hello, everybody. Welcome in once again to another edition of Inside the Lion's Den right here on the Queen Sports Network. As always, I'm Mike Lennon. Today, we're talking a little cross-country running as I am joined by Division II National Runner of the Week, Miss Cherise Carreira. And Cherise, first off, thanks so much for taking some time out. And secondly, congratulations.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, you are just the second young lady ever here for the cross-country team to be named the cross-country runner of the week. And I know you had a heck of a race this past weekend out of the USC Upstate Invitational. You ended up storming to a third-place finish behind two Division I runners. So first things first, how did it feel to be out there on the course this past weekend running that 5K? And I'm sure you weren't thinking about being D2 Runner of the Week, but how did it feel when you were actually running?
It was a really enjoyable race. We actually went out there to just have a look at the course for regionals because we will be running on that course in a couple of weekends' time to run our regional championship. So it was a good way for us to go out there and just see what the route will be looking like in a couple of weeks' time. So that was kind of our main focus. We did it more as, I would say, like a tempo. So I was very surprised to be finishing third, but I really enjoyed being out there and having a good time with my team.
Well, you just mentioned you'll be running there in a couple weeks. Of course, coming up this week is the South Atlantic Conference Championships, where you guys are hosting out at McAlpine Creek Park. We'll be there for that. So, what kind of preparation goes into the South Atlantic Conference Championships? And then obviously, I know you're looking ahead to the regionals, but obviously first things first. So what does it feel like this week as you guys are training and getting ready for that?
So we're really excited just to be racing properly. We've done a couple of races this season, but we've treated a lot of them more with, as preparation races for conference, regionals, and nationals. And so I think all of us are really excited just to go out there and actually just really run hard and see what we can do as a women's team. A couple of weeks ago, we ran at Louisville and we placed really well, although I wasn't able to run. So, we're hoping that with the combination of adding me into the team, that our team is really going to, we're already doing so well. I think we're just going to stall this weekend. So I'm really excited to, I'm very confident that we're going to be taking the win, I hope. And yeah, I'm confident that, conference is just one tick on our bucket list and working our way to regionals and nationals.
I was going to say, you got to take it 1 week at a time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, can you talk a little bit about what this season has meant to you and your teammates? Of course, so many teams lost a season last year in terms of cross country. I know a lot of folks run track as well, but, in terms of cross country, it's a little bit different than track racing. And so, what has it meant to you guys as a team this year to really kind of come together, whether it's through injury and just honestly, just all around kind of come together? And now that you head in towards these final couple of weeks, which I'm sure this season has flown by to say the least, but at the same time, what has it meant to you guys as a team?
So I actually postponed my year coming to Queens just because of COVID. I was meant to start last year this time, and I'm so glad I did because I wouldn't have had the same experiences I'm having with my team now. It's just been it's so good that we can do everything as a team. We we train every day 7 a.m. As a group, and we have bonding events together. And so our team, we've got such a great team culture. And I think just going into this now, we say championship season, all of us, we've really come together as a team. And I think we're really all excited to race and see what we are, capable of doing. I think through COVID, people have worked really hard and they've put some good mileage and work behind them. And now we get to actually reap the rewards of all the work that we've been putting in.
Absolutely. Well, it's funny. I've talked to Jan Lucas Becker. I've talked to Madison Webster, to Fatima Alanis, and I know, they mentioned the idea of, because cross country is such a, solo sport. However, you guys are out there running as a team, and it's unique comparatively speaking to what track is in terms of all that. So, let me ask you this: in terms of going into a race week like this, how important is it to have those teammates by your side?
Oh, so important. I think it makes the world of a difference. 2 weekends ago, the team wasn't racing. They were just doing it as an easy run, and I had to race because I hadn't been able to race the week before because of an injury. And I was out there alone, and it just didn't feel the same. It didn't feel like a race because it didn't have my teammates around me. And I think when you're racing for your team, when you race and your team is, on the start line with you, you know that you're racing for your team, because, if you just catch that one person in front of you, it's not just for you. It
Sure.
literally gives a whole extra point for your team. So in those moments where you're really having to dig deep, knowing that, that you're not just doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for your team, it just adds another component to the sport, which we don't always have in track. So it is,
Yeah.
it is really, it just makes the whole experience better, and makes you run better too.
Sure. Absolutely. Well, you guys have been running fantastic. Glad that everybody is back and healthy and, of course, ready to go into this weekend. So, Cherise, I appreciate you joining us here today. I know you're probably busy, not just, of course, being a runner, but you're also a student as well. So I'm sure you have a lot of class stuff going on. But like I say, thanks so much for carving the time out and talking with us, and best of luck this weekend. We'll be there right by your side.
Thank you so much. We're looking forward to it.
Absolutely. All right, that's going to do it for another edition of Inside the Lions Den. We, of course, thank Cherise Carreira, and a big congratulations to her again for being the Division II Runner of the Week nationally. And we'll see her on Saturday along with the rest of her teammates, both men's and women's, as they'll be out there for the South Atlantic Conference Championships at McAlpine Creek Park. You can catch that on the Queen Sports Network. We'll have a live stream going of that as well. But Cherise, thanks again for joining us. You go out and have a good rest of your day, and you do the same at home. And as always, go Royals.